Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to Singapore for Singapore Grand Prix. Singapore Grand Prix didn't take place in 2020, as you know, because of pandemic. But this year it was scheduled to take place, but somehow at the last minute it was cancelled and replaced by Turkey. But anyway, let's move on to qualifying one. So Singapore is a street circuit, as you know, so going to be very tricky, and everywhere it's a barrier, so you have to be very cautious. And anyway, let's move on to the lap. So this is a right hand section, tight right hand sections towards this plateau section, straight. It's not as straight, there is a slight kink, but you can take it flat out with the DRS open. And then after this, heavy braking towards the left corner, and then after few meters, heavy braking towards right. Very slow corner, should be taken perfectly, otherwise you lose a lot of time. And then I made a mistake here, I went deep, I got a lot of understeer, but no worries, because this is qualifying one, so top 15 times should be good enough. And then this is one of the tricky section, very technical, so you have to perfectly do this section, otherwise one slight mistake, one slight understeer, one slight oversteer is enough to lose a lot of time. But once if you take it perfectly, I think you can master Singapore track pretty easily. Singapore is one of my favorite track, and usually I'm faster than AI, so it's currently it's 1 or 2 ultimate, but still I think I should be faster than anybody. So I'm aiming for pole position, because Singapore you can get pole very easily, because there are a lot of sections where AI is a bit slower than you, and in the race it's very easy once they get stuck in one of the cars, slower cars. That's it. I think their race will be over, because it's very tricky to overtake, as it is a street circuit. Anyway, qualifying one, it's good enough. I got into top 5, and let's move on to qualifying 2. So I did a good lap in qualifying one, but I made a slight mistake in that corner. But so this time I should not make any mistakes. So let's see. I'm aiming for P1 or at least top 3, even in qualifying 2. I'm already did one lap before, as you can see. This is the second lap. The first lap was not good enough. As you can see, I was P7. I did a lot of mistake. So this is the second lap, and I'm already 2 tenths up compared to the previous lap. I was pushing very hard. As you can see, I'm a bit cutting the corners to gain more time, but it's allowed. It's fine, because there is no warning there. Still I went a deep, I missed the apex, I went a deep, but lost a bit of time, 2 tenths, as you can see from that delta. But no matter, 3 tenths to 4 tenths should be good enough. And yeah, so as you can see, I got 6-7 tenths in that corner, so I did not get any oversteer or understeer there. So yeah, now it is around 1 second. So that's what happened to my previous lap. So I had a lot of understeer and oversteer everywhere. So my car was good, but it was not great. I made some changes, but it was not good for me. The car felt heavy, so that's why I was not quick enough. But still I managed somehow, and I'm going for the second thing, and I got purple sector 1, purple sector 2. I'm aiming for purple sector 3. Let's hope for it. And perfectly executed that corner, very close to the barrier, and that's the end of this lap. And I got purple sector 3. As you can see, I gained around 1.6 seconds in compared to my previous lap, and that's P1 for you. So 6 tenths faster than Danny Ricciardo. So that's it. Qualifying 3 shootout. Let's hope for the pole position. So as you saw from qualifying 2, I had the pace for pole position. So let's hope we can get P1, at least top 3. But Singapore Grand Prix, so I am quicker. I went wide there, so I got a warning. I should not be doing much of this, otherwise my lap will be invalidated, and I will start from P10. So but anyway, so let's move on. So first sector was good, not many mistakes except for the one which I got a warning for, but I'll not lose much time, even though I got warning there. So as you can see, purple sector in the mini map, sector 1 purple, compared to the whoever has got the fastest sector 1, which should be Danny Ricciardo. So oh my god, Stroll has I think hindered our progress, maybe a tenth or 2 I would have lost, because of Stroll being ahead of us because of dirty air, but I don't know whether it matters at the end. Let's see if it is 2 tenths. I made a mistake there. I went deep. I think I lost another 2-3 tenths there, so that makes us 5 tenths of a second loss from this sector 2. 2 tenths from Stroll and 3 tenths because of that mistake in that hairpin bend. But anyway, let's move on. If I can get more time out of the sector 3. Sector 3, I'm usually a bit faster because you can gain a lot of time by taking the curb. Half curb you can take, and you will get a lot of time, and the AI will not do that kind of maneuvers where players will do. And I took the maximum out of that corner exit. I was very close to wall, so let's hope for P1. No, P2. Okay, so 4 tenths of a second slower than Ricardo. I think that two mistakes, one mistake from my side in that hairpin bend, another 2 tenths from Stroll decided that pole position. I think Daniel Ricciardo got it. Let's move on to race, and let's listen to David Croft's commentary as usual. So Singapore, as you can see, pretty good country, and also it's a Marina Bay street circuit, so it's very beautiful place. Yeah, let's listen to his commentary.
47% taken at full throttle. It's hot, humid and bumpy around the 13 lefts and the 10 rights of mostly slow corners. But we should see speeds of up to 200 miles per hour along the Raffles Boulevard. Joining us today to oversee all the thrills and spills, it's Anthony Davidson. And great to see you. How are you feeling about the race today, and how are the circuit conditions from what you've seen?
Well, it's looking a bit cold out there, if I'm honest. These tyres have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperatures they need to extract the best grip. So with a cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Daniel Ricciardo has a clear view ahead from pole position, and Kumar completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Hamilton, Pierre Gasly and Verstappen, Albon, Sainz, Kvyat and Lance Stroll, Vettel, Grosjean, Sergio Perez and Ocon, Norris, Leclerc, George Russell and Kevin Magnussen, Latifi, Giovinazzi, De Vries and Mick Schumacher. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Now that we've got some points.
Okay, let's see what happens in the race. As usual, some fuel setting, lower settings, because I don't need much fuel. It will be wasted at the end of the race. So anyway, I'm just looking at the strategy. Charles Leclerc starts from medium. Maybe he's a bit threat for us when we stop. Yeah, so not ultimate as usual. So hopefully Leclerc is the one whom I have to watch out. But anyway, as far, let's illuminate, and then away we go. Hopefully I get a better start than Ricardo. And Ricardo got a start, and then he got a wheel spin as usual. And yeah, I'm side by side, and that's it. I think I got the first corner. So Ricardo, I don't know, he never got great starts. I would say I lost the back end there, but no harm done. That's first few corners for you, and leading the race pretty good, I would say. So I'm already into fuel saving mode, as you can see, but I thought, okay, Ricardo still faster than me in the straights. So my setup is towards more cornering speed because in Singapore there are not many straights. It's most of them are corners. So that's why I think Ricardo was faster in that straight. I had to again go to rich mix and then use my DRS, but as you can see, this is where I should be pulling away from Ricardo. So it's around 5 tenths. So in this corner, if I do a perfect maneuver, perfect corner, hairpin corner, so as you can see, I got around 2 tenths of a second more than Ricardo. And yeah, so that's how it is. So you will be a bit faster than me in the straights, but in the corners you would be a bit slower than me, even though he had a 0.4 seconds advantage in qualifying one. I am faster in Singapore, that's clear. So I should be able to pull away from Ricardo, stop and come back ahead of him, hopefully ahead of Charles Leclerc. He is the only one who is starting from mediums, so that guy is the one who I'm watch for. I mean, I have to watch for. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The first lap, whoever leads will always get the fastest lap. So anyway, as already Ricardo is very far. It's already 1.2 seconds behind me. So I think he doesn't have the pace which he showed in the qualifying qualifying 3. But in the race and qualifying 2, I showed what my pace is. So it was 6 tenths of a second faster than him in the qualifying 2. So that was my pace, my real pace. So I think in the race I'm showing the same thing to him. So lap 1, almost 1 second faster than him. And let's see what would be the time when I complete lap 2. So I'm a bit wide there. A lot of understeer I think in that corner. But anyway, let's move on. So as you can see from sector 2 and sector 3, I think I'm gaining a lot of time. Only in the sector 1 I'm a bit losing time to him. So this corner I took perfectly. So as you can see, I got 4 tenths of a second more time than Ricardo. So even though it's not a purple sector. So my first lap was purple sector in the sector 2, but in the second it was green, personal best. So anyway, let's move on. This sector 3 is a bit tricky, so the wall is very close, and then also this braking point has to be perfect, and you go under the bridge here. If you lose braking point, if you miss the braking point in that corner, then that's it. Your race is over, because once you go straight, by the time you come back, you will be like P15 or P20. And then I got purple sector 3, so that's the fastest lap, 1 minute 36, which is good. And then I lost the braking point there. I made a mistake, I think. Yeah, so a bit of losing concentration, I would say. But anyway, no harm done. So I did not lose any positions there. It's only half a second I think I lost, but I should be able to gain that last amount pretty easily, because I think Ricardo doesn't have the pace to challenge us for the victory. Unless and until I make a mistake, I lose a front wing or something, I lose. Maybe only then I think Ricardo can catch us. But in this pace, I should be able to pull away. Even though, as you can see, there are some components which are worn out, but it should not matter, because yellow is okay. And anyway, I'm fast forwarding it to lap 6 before my pit stop, lap 5 I think, before my pit stop, because not much is happening, so no one to overtake. That's how it is. But anyway, as you can see, I think I should be pulling away from Ricardo around half a second per lap. So by the end of lap 5, I think I'll be around close to 2.2 or 2.3 seconds ahead of Ricardo, which is good enough. So in Singapore, the undercut is pretty huge. So you should pit first and then come back and then gain a lot of time. My only concern would be here is Charles Leclerc. So as you saw that my pit strategy open, pit window is open now, so I have to come in. So, but my only concern would be with respect to Charles Leclerc, because he is the only one who is starting on medium tires, so will not stop when all other guys stop. So if I come behind, that will be a problem for us, because Ricardo will be faster than Leclerc, that is for sure. And if I am stuck behind Leclerc, then it will be a problem for us. So I'm coming into the pit. As you saw, Ricardo went ahead. So it was 2 seconds, 2.2 seconds lead we had. So which I should be able to maintain unless and until Leclerc should not come ahead of us. But as I see in the mini map, I think Leclerc is coming. He's in the pit straight. Yeah. So yes. So he's coming there. So as you can see, he is coming there. I think there are 2 people. Okay. I mean, yeah. Leclerc has overtaken us. So, and Leclerc is stuck behind Latifi. So that is a huge problem for us, because Latifi is in Williams is slower than Leclerc. That is for sure. Hopefully I can overtake, double overtake here. Leclerc is going for the move. He's inside, but somehow he left door for me. So I went in the inside and then I overtook. I had to go wide there to avoid hitting Leclerc and Latifi. And let's see how I overtook. Very good camera angle there. So as you can see, somehow Leclerc didn't think that I would be coming inside that corner. So it might have thought that, okay, you will not come, but you don't know me. So that's how I overtook both of them. So yeah, it's not a great overtake because I went wide in the corner, but no harm done. So I did the overtake before that corner, so I can keep the position. At least I did not get any warning saying that illegal overtake. You should give the position back to Leclerc and Latifi. Anyway, so as you can see how slow they are. So I already got 1 second gap to Leclerc. So that's how it is. So it's good I did not get stuck behind him. So now Ricardo maybe get stuck behind Leclerc, then that's it for him. So he's in pits now, as you can see. But let me show you how slow Magnussen will be in this corner. So then you will get a picture that how fast we are. So as you can see how much time I'm gaining. So he's pretty slow in those two corners. That's how it is. The Haas is anyway slower, and our car is faster than them. So I got a purple sector there, DRS open, I believe. Maybe that's why I got a purple sector 3. But anyway, moving on to lap 7, Leclerc is still behind us. That means Ricardo will come behind Leclerc, and that's good news for us because Ricardo will be definitely held by Leclerc. So even though Leclerc is slower than Ricardo, I think Ricardo will take 1 or 2 laps to overtake Leclerc. By the time he completes his overtake, I think we should be like 5 or 6 seconds ahead of Leclerc. So yeah, so I got purple sector 1. So this is the time to push. I am pushing very hard because it's Singapore. You never know, something will happen. Some mistakes, some breaking point I lose, and then I go straight to that runoff area. So which will cause a lot of time for me to lose. So that's how it is. That's why I'm pushing a lot of these laps so that I can get a good margin over Ricardo. So as you can see how much time he is losing is already it was 3 seconds. Leclerc was 3 seconds, but by half a lap he lost 2 seconds already. So even though the speed difference is huge, that is because of tires. So Singapore is heavy degradation so circuit, so you lose a lot of time. So because of degradation, and the more laps you go, the more degradation you'll have, and then you'll have a very bad lap times. So you lose around 1 to 2 seconds per lap, which is a huge margin considering the circuit is around 1.30 or 39 or 40 seconds, and 2 seconds is a huge margin. So as soon as the tires are worn out, you'll know that the tires are no longer good enough. But anyway, as you can see, Ricardo has overtaken Leclerc. It's a replay. I just wanted to show you guys that the Leclerc is no match for Ricardo. So he has overtaken in the straight. So yeah, it's not even 2 laps. So he has taken 1.5 lap to overtake Ricardo, which is good enough for us to maintain a gap of around 7 seconds. So as you can see, it's 7 seconds now. It's lap 8, 7 seconds. Another 7 laps to go. Singapore, even though it takes a lot of time to complete 1 lap, it's around 1 minute 40 seconds, which is close to Spa, Belgium. But because of kilometer difference, this is around 5 kilometers, I think. That's why the laps are more. Anyway, fast forwarding towards lap 12, lap 13. So nothing is happening. As you can see, I'm maintaining that 7 seconds gap. It's all about maintaining the gap and then not doing any mistakes, and then take the victory as well as championship. As you guys know, it's only I need 2 points to get the world champion. Because I'm already 102 points ahead of Ricardo, and we have only 4 races to go, including Singapore. So that comes around 104 points. So I'm 102 points ahead of Ricardo. So maximum points you can gain is 104 from these 4 races, and if I get just 2 points more than him, then I'm the champion, because the next race onwards you will get only like 78 points, so I'll already a champion. So but now we don't need it's not 2 points, I'm gaining 26 points, so that's it. There is no chance for Ricardo to do anything, so that's why I'm easily going not pushing much, but somehow I'm getting a lot of degradation already. So lap 12, lap 13, I'm facing a lot of understeers because of degradation. But let's see if I don't do any mistakes. I should be able to keep this position, and also the gap. So it's around 9 seconds. Even though I'm fast forwarding, I can see that it's around 9 seconds behind. Ahead of Ricardo, so he doesn't have the pace. So in the Singapore Grand Prix, I think we are faster than the AI, even though some of the tracks AI is faster. Even though if you maintain a lot of pace and all, you still lose a lot of time. One example is British Grand Prix. There is no way you can keep up with the AI. 1 or 2 laps you can keep up, but after that there is no way you can keep up because pretty fast. They are pretty fast, especially in the maggots and beckets. But anyway, moving on to lap 13. We are 9 seconds. I lost the front wing there. In one of the corners, I lost the front wing, but it should not harm. Even the Jeff told me that it's not a big damage, and the race is almost over. It's only 2 or 3 laps, so you just continue. Might lose some time, but not much time. And guys, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and also press the notification bell icon. I have a lot of people who watch my races, but I don't know why they don't subscribe. Please subscribe, guys. It's very important for me. But anyway, moving on to lap 14. As you can see, I'm slowly dropping a gap to Ricardo because I do not have a right hand side's front wing plate. I lost it, but it's giving me a lot of understeer in some of the corners, but it's not a huge difference between the lap times. I'm losing around 1 second. With the degradation, I should be able to lose around 1.6 or 1.7 seconds, but normally I'll lose 7/10 to 1 second because of degradation, and with this front wing I'm losing another half a second or something, but it's okay. We are 7 seconds, 6 seconds ahead of Ricardo, and we have only 1.5 lap to go. And after this lap, after this final corner, it's only 1 lap, so last lap to go. So yeah, so even though we are slower than Ricardo, I think we are maintaining the pace with Hamilton. So that's how it is. So the Mercedes car, I think, is equal to us when we lose front wing. So that's how the difference is. So I told you, right, it's around 150 points in the R&D. We are ahead of Mercedes. I put all the resource points in this season so that this will be the last season before F1 2021. So that's the reason storing many points doesn't make any sense, because this is the last season in F1 2020. So that's why I utilized all the resource points which I had in all the aerodynamics and chassis power unit. So that's the reason my car is 150 points ahead of Mercedes. There's no way they can catch, and that's the difference. So even then I'm still gaining on Hamilton. So even with this front wing loss, I'm gaining on Hamilton. This was 25 seconds, now it's around 26 seconds, but I'm losing to Ricardo. So yeah, so Ricardo is similar car compared to us, so that's why he's a bit gaining, because I lost front wing. But Hamilton, I think he doesn't have the pace to keep up with me, even with a broken front wing. That's the pace of our car, my team car. It's a Ford Performance livery, custom livery. And for this custom livery, I've put in the description where to get it and all. Yeah, so it's a final corner, penultimate corner, and towards the final section, and then checkered flag. We take it in a style, very slowly, and you can see the crackers. It's very beautiful, I would say. And then yeah, first position, and Jeff is telling me that I am the world champion. So I should be driver of the day, because I got the P2, but I maintained the position. I got the win, and also the world champion. So I don't know, Sebastian Vettel, maybe he would have gained some 5 or 6 positions. I think that's why they gave driver of the day. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So we are doing some donuts because we are champion. We are new champion. That's what David Croft says. But I'm also already a champion in season 2. But yeah, so it's a fun 2020 game. So every season it thinks it will be like 2020. So it will also show you that you are the 2020 champion, which I already was in season 2. But in season 1, actual champion was both us, so not Lewis Hamilton for a change, 2020. But anyway, so we will have a different cutscene compared to the normal celebration cutscene because we won the championship. So as you can see, we will get a new cutscene where we celebrate with our team. That because we got the championship, and then someone hugs us. We don't know who is that guy. Usually, sometimes it will be a manager, but anyway, this guy is sometimes some other guy. So yeah, that's how it is. We won the championship, and it was a dominating championship. So 9 race victories in a row, and also as you can see in the Singapore Grand Prix, I got the fastest lap, so 26 laps, 26 points. And Sebastian Vettel, yeah, from 11th he started, and he came to 7th. So that's why he got drive of the day. Anyway, moving on to this highlights, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Please do subscribe and share, and also press the notification bell icon for more videos. And I'll complete this season 3, and then yeah, so that's end of F1 2020. So I'll be moving on to F1 2021, and I'll starting with the breaking point. That's the most hyped story mode. So we will be doing that content first. Please subscribe for this content, for more content, guys. So thank you. Have a nice day.